Alright, so I've wanted to do this video for a while, and hopefully this will kind of lead into future videos of this same nature. So I get a lot of requests for basically trying to reinvent the wheel, so to speak. I always get people asking me, how can I speed up my skinning and everything else. Now, I have videos on my channel from way back when of showing how I skin, the process of them, and basically the speeds in which I hold just an average night skinning. But this video is going to be a little different. In this video, we're going to address the basically the assumption that air skinning is a more efficient way than just your regular manual skinning. So for those of you not aware, air skinning is basically the idea that you can take air and basically force it into the body cavity of your critter, in between the carcass, the meat membrane, and the hide. And by forcing that air in it allows you to somehow skin the critter easier and faster. So, the premise behind this is sound. I get it, but that being said, I know the answer to this question. I'm going to share with you guys exactly how this works, let you guys kind of see the process. There's a lot of people that's never tried this before that question me all the time on if they could see it. And then also I'll just kind of give you guys my thoughts and my views on the process. So anyway, to make this fair here, I wanted to do this all legit. So I've got a scale behind me. We're going to do this with coons. And we're going to do it all old school skinning. As many of you guys know, I skin my critters on this homemade contraption. This is my skinning machine. Basically, I have a winch system and up high, and I have a clamp system down low that as I open the critter, I kind of use it to separate the hide from the skin. Basically, all it does is it speeds me up a little bit, and it's easier on the hands. Whenever you're doing the amount of fur that I do in the course of a year, it's just easier is all it is. But I know many of you guys out there don't have the access to a machine, so that's why you want to maybe be interested in this air skinning technique. So we're gonna do everything old school. So what I've got here is just to be fair, I've got a scale here. So I've chosen two coons of as close to the same weight here as I could find. The only thing that I did was to give the air skinning the advantage. I'm going to go ahead and skin a male, a boar, manually, and then I'm going to air skin a female, which I feel like is giving the advantage to air skinning, because as many of you know, there's a lot more to work around on the boars. So in my opinion there, if you had to choose what's tougher, the boars would be tougher. So I've got the scale here. We're going to put this coon, this is a female coon here. We're going to show you what's it locked in at. Let me zoom in. Zoomed in at 12.89 pounds. So not a giant coon by any means, but at the same time, this is a pretty fair coon. This will stretch out to kind of a medium to large 2XL. You hear a lot of guys talking about 25 and 30 pound coons, and frankly, I've put up quite a few more coons and then a lot of these guys talking, and I'm telling you right now, a coon that's going to break 20 pounds, at least for my area in the Midwest, is pretty rare. So we've got the second coon here. This is the boar coon. This is the one I'm going to skin old school. We're just going to kind of compare. What's he weighing in at? There's the scale. 13.33. So we've got a half a pound of difference here between the coons. All right. So here's this boar. I'm going to go ahead and skin this first for you guys old school before we get to the air skinning, and just kind of let you guys see excuse me, what you're kind of up against. Alright, so we're going to start here. I'm going to skin this coon old school here. I'm going to use a Gamble and I'm going to use my winch system just to raise it up and down, but I won't use the clamp system. So, you know, it's going to be like anybody else that can raise and lower their gambrel. You can see I've got him mocked up here in my clamping system. This is no different than any other, you know, way to open up a coon. So, like I said, I'm going to try to keep this as fair. I'm going to try to keep the advantage to the air skinning, but we'll see. So this is the bore here. Let me get my phone here. I just want to keep track, and then we'll get it started here. So let's. There's the stopwatch. So we're gonna open this coon. I'll kind of talk my way a little bit too, but we're gonna open this coon here as we would any of them here. And we're gonna come to the tail. We're gonna make that cut. Now I know from previous videos and just doing what I do that I can skin a coon in around 2 minutes with my machine. We'll see how long this takes me. I really haven't skinned a coon old school like this in actually a couple of years, so this is gonna be a, let's see what I can do. See if I've still got it. It's really all about technique whenever you do this. There's really nothing hard about it. It's just all technique. So we're just going to raise him up here. We're going to come to the tail. You guys can see I'm using these bars to really aid my the way I skin. Tail is really very simple. Whenever we strip the tail, we always push and pull and never have a problem. We're going to go ahead and split the tail. Now with this being a bore, we're going to come around to the front and we're going to take care of all that. No big deal. Raise him up, get him a picture for you. So then we're simply just going to pull him down. There's nothing really hard about it. Just that simple. So now a lot of people struggle whenever they come to the front legs. We're going to go back to the bar again. And we're going to use that to our advantage to help us separate that. And then the front legs come right out. Take them off. No problem there. Come to this one. No problem there. Come to the head. I always start at the back of the head. It's the easiest spot to start because you can work down to the ears. A couple good pulls. Make a cut. Couple good pulls. Make a cut. There we've hit the ears. There we've hit the ears. You don't have to be real clean about your cuts because you're cutting straight into the skull. Work down here. There's an eye. There's an eye. Couple good pulls. Just keep working them down. You guys can see what I mean by using the machine. It just keeps tension on it, is all. Come down to the nose. We'll remove it. There we have it. What's the stopwatch say? It's about 3 minutes and 55 seconds. Is about what that was. So, there's going to be a large 2X, maybe 3, once he's fleshed, in just under 4 minutes. and I talked my way through it. Alright, so there we go, guys. That's coon number 1. That is what we're up against. I wanted to do this one first just to show you that is what we're up against. So I got the air compressor charged up here. So basically the idea is that if you force air into the skin, between the skin and the meat of this coon, that it will make it easier to skin. So by all rights, in order to make this a fair competition, we need to start the stopwatch as soon as we start airing them up. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a knife and I'm just going to make just a tiny incision here where I'd start my first cut. And then we're going to start our watch. So let's start our stopwatch here. Let's get ready here. We'll start our stopwatch. Be fair with it. There he goes. Let's take this air. We're going to put it right inside of that cut there. Alright, so there he is. There's our coon. You can see. There he is. Just blew up like a balloon. Alright, so we're going to start now. We're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to come in here, make our cuts just like we normally would. Only this is the female, so we don't have to worry about the extra stuff. Come in here, make the same pull, do the exact same thing. Flip them around. Pull the hind legs. Put them on the gamble. Take our rod again. We're gonna get the back side of the tail. Make that cut right down the center. It really helps. Couple of quick cuts around that. Free it up. Take our tail stripper. Start the tail, push and pull at the same time. Split the tail. Always split the tail. Now with this being a female, we don't have to worry about the other parts. We're gonna pull down, same as we did. I find if you take the fist and just roll, seems like that's how you get the most leverage out of it. Keep pulling. This right here, guys, this step right here and right around the head is where the machine really shines. So we're coming to the front legs again. Take our bar, poke it in there, separate the front legs out. Do the same on the other side. Pull the front legs out. Always make that cut along the back. It really does help. Start at the base of the head. Keep going. Now if you guys watched, whenever I blew this coon up, he was blown up enough where he had air coming out of his nose. So by all rights, he should just peel right off because the air got all the way through his body. But you can see I'm doing the exact same amount of cutting. I'm doing the exact same amount of pulling as I did the first Raccoon. Come down here to the eyes, always get nice tight eyes, nice tight ear holes. There's not that much difficulty about it. Get the nose, that one pulled right off, the other one I had to cut. End up the same result. Let's see what we got. 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Alright guys, so there you have it. You saw 2 coons skinned in real time. The air skinning one was 45 seconds. Essentially, it was slower. And that being said, it took me about 45 seconds to air it up. Was it easier? You guys saw the footage. Be the judge. You're essentially adding the time of blowing the thing up with the same amount of work. So anyway, this was a fun video to make. It's one of them deals where everybody's got to try it once. But at the same time, it also goes back to you can't believe everything you read online. So, anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. It really does help the channel. And if you guys have anything else that you'd maybe like to see kind of similar along this line, leave a comment below. I'd like to hear you guys' thoughts, and maybe we can do another one of these kind of myth busting kind of situations. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. I really do appreciate the view. Trapping season's here. Hopefully we'll get some videos out to you. Till next time guys, appreciate it. You want to say hi, buddy? Everybody's been asking about you. Haven't made an appearance on a video for a while. Well guys, just so you know, Rebel Dog, he's still with us. There he is. Yep, that's what he's doing. So, anyway, a lot of you guys have been asking. Anyway, Rebel Dog, he's slowly going into the retirement phase of his life. He's just really slowing down. So, naturally, the hunting slows down too. But he's holding down the fur shed, still doing dog things.